What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm back in the building. You know what we're doing. We're doing some more draft talk. Give me 1 second, make sure I'm good all the way up. And we're going to talk about another running back that I like as we talk about explosiveness and weapons. That's what CeeDee Lamb said we need to get. We all been saying we need to add more weapons to what we already have. And we're talking about the running back position. We are going to be talking about it this Thursday. Make sure you check out our draft show, the Final Word draft show with myself, Jay Tuck, Boss Cowboys, and DMV. It's going to be some good stuff. We already tackled some wide receivers last week, and this week we're going to be tackling running backs. I dropped off one of my guys already, slept on back from Syracuse, Sean Parker. Was his last name Parker? Yeah. And this guy that I'm going to be talking about today is a little bit different from my guy yesterday from Syracuse. Now, Sean from yesterday, burst, explosive. But they said he was a 4.3 guy. I don't know about that because I've seen him get caught more than a few times. But that initial burst through the line, that burst, he has that burst. That's the biggest thing you can say about him. He's thickly built. He's built like our guy that was on the team last year. All these guys are slipping my head. Our rookie from last season, Malik Davis. He's built like him, maybe a little bit thicker, but he's got more burst through that line. He's a north-south runner. He doesn't have a lot of wiggle. He's just going to hit you north-south. That's what he's going to do, and that's how he's going to hit you with. So I liked him. He's a slept-on back. He's somebody you can get in later rounds. All right, somebody that can help your team, especially if you're talking about bringing back a Tony Pollard, keeping him Malik Davis. Let's say you get rid of Ezekiel Elliott. This could be a nice little segue in there in the middle. So you keep your eye on my guy Sean from Syracuse. But today I'm going to be talking about this guy, Devon Achane. And one thing I like about this dude, speed, and more speed. Let's jump right into it. We're going to show a little bit of tape. But let's get the numbers up here. You know how we like to do. So first, let's talk about this. First look, Devon Achane, 5'9", 185. Not a big guy. Obviously, distinct difference from our running back that we talked about from Syracuse. But the difference about this right here, like I said, not a big guy, but he runs tough. He's not one of those guys that is, he doesn't run hard. He doesn't shy away from the contact. He will run up the middle. Although he's not a guy that you want to do that with, he's not afraid of that contact, and that's what I like about him. But look at right here. Where he wins, home run speed, and you're going to see it when we talk about this tape. Achane's speed is terrifying. When he gets a step on a defender, he's gone. Whether it's finding a crease or a wheel route from the backfield, Achane's speed has to be accounted for, and he is not lying. Speed, I think he ran track on. We're going to talk about the 100 meters. I mean, he's a track guy. Man, his feet keep moving. He cuts on a dime, and once he puts that foot in the ground, he gone. And them feet keep churning. And he's totally different to me from our guy we talked about, Sean, from Syracuse. And the difference between him is, like I said, north-south. He has that burst. Once he sees that hole, he hits that hole. Devon is totally different. He hits that hole, but he is always maneuvering through the hole. He is a guy that's not just a north-south. He's not a north-south guy. He's a east-west, north-south. He's a guy that can, if you hit him in the backfield, he can make you miss guy. He's that guy. He's the guy that can make you miss. That's the biggest thing that I'm going to say from him. He's a make you miss. And once he gets in that open field, he's explosive, and you're not catching him. What's his role? Light box back. Achane is the back that you want running out 4 wide. He thrives in space with a gear that can get past linebackers because they know it. Where can he improve? Muscle mass. Achane isn't too many pounds off from being a viable every down back, but because of his short stature. But that being said, he looks like a wide receiver at his current weight, and he's not going to be a complete back at that size. Achane is going to have a certain role in the NFL. This is from Pro Football Focus. I like reading what they say. They got a lot of good stats. But in that role, he can be a game changer. He's built to contribute right away with that ugly blocking he ran behind last season. So let's go to his stats right quick. These are some of his numbers from this past season. Obviously, you see what he did. 12 games in 2021. I'm going to have some tape from that when they played, I believe, Akron, University of Akron. He had like 10 carries, 124 yards, explosive run. But you see right there, 130 carries, 885 yards, 6.8 yards a carry, 9 touchdowns. And where I really think you can use him in that backfield, throwing, like you said, wheel routes, quick screen pass, dump offs. Get him in space, like they say. Get him in space, and he's going to make people miss. And once he gets in the open field, once he makes you miss, he's gone. That's what the Cowboys need. If you're keeping a Tony Pollard, right, he's a make-you-miss guy. And he's also explosive. He's a guy that can get through that line of scrimmage, and he's gone. And he's got good size. Tony Pollard ain't a little dude. But if you can add a speed element like this dude, you keep a Malik Davis. Heck, if you want to keep Ezekiel Elliott, I say if you keep both of them, which I don't agree with, okay, how they're going to do it. But I will say this. If you go the route of keeping Ezekiel Elliott because he takes a pay cut and you re-sign a Tony Pollard to a 1-year tag, then get this dude right here. Okay, this is the dude you need to get. If you're keeping both of them two dudes, then you need to get him. And I don't know if that Malik Davis experiment stays, but if you're keeping both of them, Ezekiel Elliott, and you're keeping a Tony Pollard, this is the dude you need to draft, in my opinion. Now, if you let Ezekiel Elliott go, you still need to go after this guy because he's explosive. And you see right here, only 196 carries, 1,100 yards, 5.6 yards a carry. Had a 200-yard game against LSU, like 215 yards, 38 carries. Bell cow on that one. As you can see, his rushing grade, his gap grade, elusive rating, 93. 3.6 yards after contact, pretty good for somebody who's only 185 pounds. Missed tackles force, 53. Carries of 15 plus 18. So you say he's explosive, and this see how you see some of his numbers right here. And then let's go right over to his numbers this past season. All right. And this is what I was telling you about that 215-yard game against LSU. 122 against Florida, 138 against Ole Miss. And, he shared a lot of carries. You know what I mean? Yards per average, 5.6, as you see. 3.60 yards after contact, pretty good. But what I want to go back over here right quick, and I want to talk about this analysis. Here it is right here. Achane spent his first 2 seasons behind Isaiah Spiller before becoming Texas A&M lead back this past season. He's easily the fastest back in his class. As a sophomore on the Aggies track team, he ran a 10.14 second in the 100-meter dash, the 10th fastest time in program history. Even at 185 pounds, he's more than just a speed back. Achane forced a missed tackle on 29% of his career attempts, tied for 5th among Power 5 backs since 2020. Shades of C.J. Spiller, they ain't lying. That's a total shade of C.J. Spiller. And as you get there, like you could see some of the, the good and the bad that he offers. And we're going to get right into some of the things that you're going to like about him. But let's get it right here. Let me get some things set up right quick and get my tape all the way right. While I'm getting this ready, because I want y'all to be all the way right in this. Got to get it all the way right. But yeah, I think you're going to like this kid. If you haven't already heard about him, you probably already have. But this dude is just super explosive. He's fast. And that's an element the Cowboys need to add all up in there. For real. This is the dude they need to add A1 day one. Just doing a few more things. Give me 1 second as I get it all right. Bear with me. Let's see right here. Oh, while I'm getting this ready for y'all. Go. So if it's a little bit off, I apologize. If it's a little bit off, I apologize. There we go. All right, so all right, so this is some quick tape of Devon Achane, running back, Texas A&M. All right, so there's Devon right there. I'm gonna just let you and watch and enjoy it. This tape is from when they played Akron. This is 2021 when they played Akron in areas like that. Sorry, we got a little cut off. But the thing you'll notice about him real quick is that speed. Get it up a little bit so we can see. Quick feet. His quick feet. Look at that. Look how he gets to that hole. Now watch this right here. This is what you love about him. See that right there? That's what you love about him right there. That's the explosiveness I was talking about. Get him out on the outside, boom, he's gone. Look at that. And he does that on a routine basis. He leaves these people in the dust, dog. This is what, like I said, I love about him. You want that speed element. You want that elusive, that get after you element. This is right here. This is what he has, and this is what he offers. And like I said, he can run up the middle. He's not a guy that he's not scared because of his size that he won't run up the middle. As you can see him, he'll break the outside. But this thing, like I said, that you see right here, those feet are always moving and churning. And he's a guy that if you stop in one spot, look at that. He's elusive, super elusive, fast, burst. I mean, everything you want. He just don't have that prototypical size as a running back. But hey, right now, if you're bringing back a Tony Pollard, man, this is a dude you'll love to have right here. Bam, watch this. Oh, no, not this one. But look, you see right there. He'll run with power. He ain't scared to run up in that middle. He'll run with power even with that size. And check him out right here. And like I said, look how quick he hits that. He eats up that hole, eats up that cushion quick. And I love how he leans forward. When I see them running backs that lean forward like that, I know they fast. You see how he leans forward and just no wasted motion. Look at that. Just jumps on you real quick. Just I like it, dog. I like this dude. Okay. I think the Cowboys need to find a way to get him, and he ain't gonna be no early guy. I don't think he'd probably be a third, fourth rounder because of that size may knock him down, but that speed is gonna get you wanting him. You get what I'm saying? That speed is gonna get you excited about him. And as I said before, if you already got a Tony Pollard, and if you got your Malik Davis, you can see right here. I'm gonna just let you watch while I'm talking. Just look at that, man. He gets up on you quick. Look at them. Look at them feet. This is what Cowboys need. Throw that ball to him. Look at that. This is what the boys need right here. Look at that. He runs strong. He ain't scared. Look at him. He runs strong. Look at them feet, though. Look at him. Look at him. Running with power. Look at that. Look at that. That's what he did on a regular basis, man. Like I said, I love those feet. I just love those feet. I mean, I like this dude, okay? And I just love just watching him. I love that explosiveness. That's what the Cowboys need, a home run hitter. You can have a Tony Pollard, you feel me? You can have this Tony Pollard, but this is a home run hitter you must look at right here. The Cowboys really need to look at this dude. Obviously, the Robinson kid from Texas, your boy from Alabama. I'm not familiar with all the names. I think it's Gibbs from Alabama. But this dude right here, this is an element that you need to add to the table. And I think the Cowboys really need that. If they're going to look at a running back in this draft, even if you're keeping a Tony Pollard and you're trying to get a running back maybe later on, this is a dude I think you really need to really take in consideration, especially if you get him a later round. Like I said before, you got Tony Pollard, that explosiveness from Tony Pollard in the 4th round. You tell me you wouldn't want something like this? Yeah, you definitely want something like that. That's something you definitely want. So, that's just my quick, I know it was a quick session because we're going to break down more of this Thursday on our draft show. So make sure you check that out once again. But I wanted to have a couple running backs. Boss wanted to get us a couple running backs so each of us can kind of let you know what we're kind of seeing. And as we talked about, CeeDee Lamb said he wanted weapons for the Dallas Cowboys. Add more weapons. This is a weapon. He's an elusive back. He's an explosive back. He's a fast back. And he can add to your team right now in the run game and in the pass game. I don't know about return game, but definitely can add more element in that in that pass and run game. And this is a guy the Cowboys definitely, in my opinion, definitely need to consider. If they're looking at running backs and explosiveness, this is a dude they need to look at. So just my 2 cents on it. We'll talk more this Thursday on our running backs for the draft show, and what weapons that the Cowboys need to add. But this is a weapon, in my opinion, that Cowboys need to heavily look at if they're looking about a running back, drafting a running back in the 2023 draft. So let me know what you guys think about them, and I'll talk to you soon. Big Game J.